In Rasta family, we say he's our elder. So, Wagwan Nairobi. And everything we give thanks and praise to the Most High. For the gift of life, for good health, and that's why you see everybody is smiling. My name is MC Filipo. I'm the one who's going to be hosting and making sure that you guys get the best before my main artists step out on stage. Ipigieni makofi. Okay, before we run the program, I think we just have to do a little introduction for those people who are not familiar with the faces you're seeing in front of you. So I'll start from my left-hand side.
Thank you. Hello all. Well, my name is Ibrahim. I'm from CCN Studios, and we are the event organizers. Welcome on.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Warren Lion. I'm representing Necessary Noise.
Greetings, everyone.
Greetings.
My name is Luciano, the Messajah, the cupboard. Originally from Jamaica, from Manchester, now living in Kingston. I'm here to represent roots and culture, uniting the youths. Thank you.
Yes, greetings. My name is Anthony Cargill, and I have the pleasure of managing this good brother here. So it's great to be here.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alan Nakame. I am in charge of his security and your security when you come for them. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys understand that this coming Saturday, we have the biggest concert ever in your mama land. This is where you belong. This is the promised land, Luciano. So I think you should move here.
That's in the making. That's in the making.
It's the making. Thank you very much. Now, before we do the Q&A from the press, I would like also to give a round of applause and applaud all the members of the video here today. Citizen, thank you very much. Odds 96, Radio Citizen, Asanteni Sana, thank you for joining us here today. So now, you know, we have a great lineup, we have a local lineup, and you see why the love child is here. And it's a big concert because I would lie to you that I will mention all the names, but I would like you guys to invite all your friends to come on Saturday at the waterfront and make sure you tag even your grandma, your mama, your uncle, everyone, because the Messajah, our elders here. So if that is the deal, then please make it happen. So right now, I would like to do Q&A from the members of the media who are here with us today. So feel free to ask your questions from the Messajah and the boy and the love child is here also with us. So please feel free. Thank you. Members of the media.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Director Don, and welcome to Kenya.
Thank you, sir.
Feel at home.
Asante sana.
My question is, what does it you so long to be here?
COVID, man. Honestly, you know, we've always been planning trips coming to Africa, not just Kenya, but Gambia, South Africa, Zimbabwe. We've done many shows. And the pandemic just put us like a stone in the spokes. In Jamaica, they say, when they put stone in the spokes, the wheel can't spin. But give thanks for this day. You know, somehow the pandemic has subsided and we are here to celebrate life and to unite the youths. So let us give thanks for the grand opportunity that Jah has given us. Because we're still in the land of the living and in the motherland. It's a great feeling. So, kidogo. Blessings.
Hello. My name is Emmanuel. I'm from People Daily Newspaper. My question to you will be what does it mean for you to be back in Kenya, and also given the theme of the event that we'll be having, and it's all about unity and everything. Then the second part of the question will be you'll be having some talks with other artists and other youth group. What should they expect from you?
Thank you so much. It means a lot to be here in the motherland. The spirit, even just to land in the motherland, is a great feeling, my brother. And that is a feeling of homecoming. So that explains clearly how we feel inside. And one good thing I noticed, because when I would go out on my balcony, I look across the safari. It touched my heart just to see the motherland. You know, many never make it back. Those who were brought into the Western Hemisphere, many never set foot. And I give thanks. There are people living in England, never get a chance to come to Africa. But I and I have been coming and never stop coming. Some artists afraid to come to Africa. But we have been some of the forefront runners who've been taking the message. And we never fear. We were here about 5 years ago. There was some, I think Richard Spice was here also, and Etana. So we keep coming. And the topic that we're on right now is very essential to unite the youths. Because without the youth, the future is very dismal. And we can only utilize our energy, our talent, whatever gift God has given us. Those who are in the media, those who have the skill of technology, we just have to culminate our efforts to harness our youths. You know, we know there's an election coming up, and we just call for a peaceful election. Everyone has a right to determine his or her destiny. And it's only fair we go out there and do it peacefully. And let the history be clean, because we want to write in our own history here as we speak. And as a younger generation, we want to stay on the right pathway. So we're here as an inspiration to encourage unification of the younger generation, especially because sometimes it's out of vigor of youth and might that sometimes we do some things that when we grow older we say, man, I can't believe I did that. You know? So we as elders have to just guide the youths and say, man, to stay on the positive pathway.
The other part about the artists whom you'll be meeting.
Okay. I'm yet to meet up with some of them, but the other artists, I'm open for any workshop. Can do collaborations, and I'm willing for that. You know, I know there's a new beat going across. What call it?
I'm a piano.
Yeah, a lot of beats coming out. I can't dance all of these beats, but I can sing on some of them, you know. But I'm welcome for any, you know, ideas. I'm willing to work.
True.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Definitely. You want to say something about that, my brother?
For me, it's an honor to be able to perform on the same stage with Luciano. We've listened to his music through the years. Being one of the artists who has performed reggae music through the years as Necessary Noise and also as a solo artist, it's an honor to be on one stage with Luciano. He's a vocal powerhouse. If there's any medium that's really effective when it comes to passing a message, it's reggae music. And that's why I'm proud to do this kind of music. And just being able to share the same stage with him for us is a great honor. So we're looking forward to this Saturday. We've been doing some amazing rehearsals. We're going on stage live with the Gravity Band and backing us up.
Nice.
We're very excited about the comeback of Necessary Noise, being on stage with Nazizi. Yeah, so really looking forward to a big show this weekend. I've just come in from rehearsals. Unfortunately, Nazizi couldn't make it because of prior engagements, but she sends her love and she can't wait to perform for all of you this weekend.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Luciano, and thank you, Waide. Anybody want to pose a question, members of the media, please? Thank you. Right.
I hope I'm audible enough, yeah?
Speaking.
Okay. First of all, I want to welcome you, dear Messajah,
Thank you, sir.
to our motherland. And it's a great honor to have you in our country to grace the Unite the Youth concept.
Thank you, sir.
And I would wish to take a different trajectory with the question. But in our country, the population that comprises the highest percentage is youth. And often at times we're used in the bad way, manipulated for political reasons. So at this time, as we approach an election, what would be a strong message to the youth, particularly in this country, as we approach this period?
Well, thanks for the question, sir. And thanks for the welcome. As I have been saying, and I reiterate, the importance of making our decisions. We have a right to decide our destiny. And this right doesn't mean you have to fight to prove your choice. You go out there and do it like any normal person would. It's like going about any other business. You go into a shop, you want something, go and take it. You pay for it, and you get your receipt and you come out. This election is no different. You go in, you make your vote, and you go peacefully. It's left up to the authorities now, whenever they count, to do a good job. And just be straightforward. Same way in which we go there and vote straightforwardly. We just expect them to just keep the thing transparent and straightforward. Because this don't need no whole confusion, you know, brother. It's just politicians that sometimes cause confusion. But it's just a simple thing. We have the right, the democratic right, to vote and make a choice. If you want to make a change, you go and make a vote for the change. Thank you, sir. And if you want things to remain the same, you go and vote for things to remain the same. But in any which case, we all look for a brighter future. So we, at the end of the day, we look deep within ourselves and see our choice that we make. If it's for the betterment of the people, then we go and make the right choice. No partiality needed. Selassie. And most of the time, it's not the problem. The problem is not with the people who make the vote. It's amongst those who count the ballots and so on. So we just beseeching, as we beseech the young generation, don't get too emotional about this. If you see a man might be having weird shirt colors, you might want to attack the man because he's not from that color and all that thing. Those things to me is a lower level of behavioral pattern that we don't need. We're civilized people, come on, we're at a day and age where we have the right to decide our destiny, as the great Bob Marley said. So let us do it with pride and dignity. Selassie. Someone wants to ask a question.
Hi everyone.
Greetings.
My name is Phil.
I'm not hearing, but can you turn on the mic, please? Because we have some shots in this mic. Please, my brother, can you handle this mic? Yeah, man.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
My name is Miss Phil. I have a question. Your music is full of messages of God. Do you have a personal relationship in your life? Like, what has your relationship with God lives in your music? And secondly, you're here mainly because of the young people in Kenya. Do you have a group of young people, especially artists or people in the creative sector, that you're looking to mentor and to have a discussion with during your working period when you're around?
Thanks for the question. Pass back that one to you, sir. I just want to shout now. Thank you so much for the questions. And as the messenger, it's only fair that I should be able to communicate with the people, the populace, and also with people who are amongst the leading majority of our country, those who have the authority, the power to make the decisions. So it's only fair that I could be able to have a dialogue, and I'm open for that, as a messenger. Now, over the years, I have substantially established myself as a spiritual artist, and I find that even in this changing world, it may seem challenging, but these challenges are not new to what the prophets of old and all the great men who have traveled have faced. We have to face these things. But we must not be alarmed, because in the Bible tells us about this. Say all these things will happen. But we must hold steadfast in what we believe in. I accept the teachings of Christ. I accept the words of the Almighty. I accept the Bible as my guideline. His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, his words are clear to us. He says, the word remains one and the same, even though it may be translated over and over in different languages. He said, the truth therein is there. And once we read with a clear conscience, then we shall be able to find truth. He said, he himself glorified the Bible. And my king, Emperor Haile Selassie, the 225th Emperor of Ethiopia, he has established the foundation of his faith as the Bible. Defender of the faith. What faith? Christ-like faith. So all my work, my expressions, my songs are embedded in teaching, preaching, reminding, inspiring the people about the Almighty, because right now anything we do, if we don't do it in John name, we labor in vain. The Bible says if a man build a house and don't build it in John name, he labor it in vain. If we're leading a country, we don't lead it in John name, we're leading in vain. So I beseech him to the leaders to look deep within themselves. You want to set an infrastructure for the younger generation. You want to set it straight, a pathway for the people and make the people happy. You have to be in connection with the Spirit of the Almighty God. We didn't create ourselves. We came into existence. Some of us, we don't know how long we have on this planet. But let us make use of our time and be truthful to ourselves. Be truthful to mankind.
Anyone who has a question, please? Okay. Chill.
Good evening, everyone. I have two questions, one for you and one for Eric. First of all, my name is Jacob from Academia, Untitled Presenter. So, apart from your aim commitment to promoting the Japan game that is set to be accomplished from the event that took place on Saturday, do you have any other plans? Like, should we as Kenyans expect a collaboration with any of our Kenyan artists? The second question goes to Irene. When I was growing up, when maybe I go to Messajah, we used to listen to your song played all over and go to clubs. Everywhere, like, we could listen to your music. But recently, right now, our Kenyan music has been overtaken by other music, as we say, Amapiano, Afrobeat. Is the problem our Kenyan music artists, or us as individuals, us as Kenyans, we don't want to listen to our music? Because when you look at the top artists from Africa, like take an example, Diamond Platinum, 80% of its audience come from Kenya. So is it the problem our artists, or is it us as Kenyans? Thank you.
Okay. I can go first. I think everyone has a role to play. I think we should stop quoting figures. Media saying artists are not doing quality work. Artists saying our fans are not listening to our music or voting. Everyone has a role to play. Artists need to be more creative, put out more music, right? Media needs to give that content more rotation. And that rotation is what creates demand for from the consumers. You know what I mean? If you rotate a bad song will hit, whether you like it or not. And it's like that everywhere, worldwide. You hit a good song will hit. Now, I'm not going to be the judge of what is a good song or a bad song, okay? But it would be good to give content a chance to let the people decide as well. But if it's not played in the first place, you're never going to hear it. You know, you're never going to get the chance to decide whether this is good music or not. And then, also as artists, it's not good to sit down and say, oh, you're only playing this kind of music. What have I done to change the status quo? I mean, has my sound become dilute and I need to change my direction? Am I a trendsetter which can put me in a better place to give me longevity in the music industry? So I think we all need to ask ourselves that questions, tough questions, and be brutally honest with ourselves and try and see what we can do collectively to get our industry to that level. It's teamwork. It's not one party that's at fault. We all have a role to play, and together we can do all this. Sure.
Well done. That's right.
Yes.
You know, as you said, Brother Harry, it's great that these youngsters are being creative. You know, it's good to be creative. But my problem is that sometimes our creativity can cause us to shift out of perpendicular with the roots and the tradition. And this is what we have to be careful about now. Because it's really hard for a man like me, you know, to grow up in roots, not reggae, to be singing on some of these beats where I can't dance to them fire. See what I'm saying? So I'm left almost in the middle of this thing here. But at the end of the day, I can't stop. I can't say because the music has changed. Because even in Jamaica, you come to Jamaica, you're surprised to wonder if it's really a reggae country and it's a hip hop country. You go to the clubs and playing all kind of trap music. That was the last argument when it moved to Baroka. I had a serious conversation with Mouta Baroka. He's an elder where I look up to. And he tell me, say, I trap music not only thing. So it was easy when he tell me that I will go home and I murmur to myself and I say, trap music. What does trap mean? You look at trap, you move and get trap. So I'm saying, it's nice to be creative, but sometimes our creation can cause our own detriment higher. Look at man's invention, because man with their creativity decides them going try and go faster than some. And then come up with that thing named the Concord, which just one because piece of debris on the roadway caused one of the Concords to explode. So they have to take it out fast. Half of their creation table, because they realize that this will kill off people. So not everything that you see people running with and the good things we are going to go join them and go end up and do trap dance and come out in some different costume and I feel I look like the younger generation. I couldn't do that, honestly. So I believe we have to be able to strike a balance. We can incorporate somehow, find a way to bring in the piano with a little guitar and still keep the drum steadfast. We as Rastafarians, when we grow up, we know that the 1-2 is an biggie. So the 1-2 is like the heartbeat. Now these youths are going the heart of race fire. So they'll dig up and any minute. That's why you saw and then the fast this music brings about a different lifestyle. Because you know we're having problems not just in Africa, in the Caribbean, in the small Caribbeans. In the Jamaica, as I said, we have a serious problem. And in the lifestyle, there's a lifestyle change that comes with the change of music, change of dress code, type of living. They wake up early morning and then want to be flossing and all this kind of thing. So there comes a time we have to be able to draw a line. And this is why I will appeal not just to the artists and producers, but also to these jockeys, selectors, because we all have a responsibility to to guide the music. The music is like a tree that's planted. And if you don't nurture it and guide it the right way, it will pop down all it will job. So let us, in the midst of our creativity, let us not forget our roots. This is my appeal.
Thank you. My name is Lisa Gitu. I want to pose a question to both Myri and you. What you'll both be performing tomorrow? What is the creative process behind you guys performing? What are some of the things you have to do, or some of the measures you have to have in place before you go to stage to perform to the people? Like, what is, like, for lack of a better word, your rituals before you get to perform on stage?
Well, as my brother said rightfully, we have to do a lot of rehearsal and preparation, band, musicians, singers. Everybody have to play the part, prepare themselves, making sure you get proper rest and all these things. So there's a lot involved. And sometimes, the audience come and see the artist performing, and you might not be in your peak performance. The artist is quick to, and the audience might be quick to say, but wait, I want the Messajah. Now kick it tonight also. But it's not an easy thing, I tell you honest truth. It's a lot of work involved. And this is why we say we give thanks to the Almighty God for the energy and the ability to be able to culminate all our efforts and make this happen, to perform for people. We come straight from the heart. And my interest is really to know that when my fans leave, and when they leave the venue, they're supposed to feel energized and inspired. That is the objective. And get the message. If you leave without no message, that something missing, man. If the message of unification, because we try to hear about our young youths and people getting caught up in politics, war and human killing one another and all that, people burning down people's house and families dislocated, and how many have to shift from their living well, from their dwellings, to find habitation in various places. So, as elders, we see ourselves as inspiration, and we continue to hope, pray, and work for the unification of the people. Yeah.
I hydrate a lot the day of the show. Normally backstage I'm the most quiet guy. If you want to find where he's there in the corner, quiet. I call it me time because I like to get it in my zone. So I don't like talking a lot before I get on stage. However, whenever you watch his performance, there's a part where he gets to where he does a flip. So I don't know how you do it, and you're still holding this. But respect, man, you're a great performer, man. Yeah. So yeah, I'm very quiet when I'm on stage. Nas has also a whole vibe, so we're quite interesting backstage, right? And these are the guys who are on stage right now. You know what I mean? So I like getting into myself that way. I keep quiet. I call it my me time.
Yeah. But some artists have different way of them, but you have some artists to get in touch with them. You have to literally, go into themselves and like, well, in the early years, I was a little more agitated and might be say, oh my God, I wonder if everything's alright. But you see, one of the greatest things is, what gives you confidence? When you know you have rehearsed properly and you have made the right preparation. It's just like going into an exam. If you know you never study, that's when you worry. But if you really have made your preparation and you're ready, then you just waiting at the time, and you more have this anticipation and this excitement, wanting to hit it. You just want to hear, showtime!
Yeah, man.
All right? It's showtime, man.
Maybe just ask another question.
But before you pose your question, with all of that, saying this, it's good to have a management team around you, or a support team, because sometimes things go haywire at the venue, the PA system, anything can go wrong. You know? When you can leave like this, you call the manager and say, what's going on? Then he can go and check out stuff for you. I give thanks for this man. And you know, sometimes as artists you might want to say, well, I can manage things myself. And I see some artists try it. And all hell broke loose. Imagine you going on stage to perform on stage, then you get a call on the phone and say, the man say, yo, you launch money yet? I'm not doing a show there now. And whole attitude change when you go on stage and say, give it up. For so and so when you go to the face, all him face change up like I say, yeah, what over there now? So it is good to have a team. And it's a great feeling because sometimes you try to take on this thing like you take on the bull by the horns. I would advise artists, don't try that. Get your team, surround yourself with your team because that's like your backbone in the business.
Maybe two last questions from me. Number one, Vegas just said that you do the flips on stage. I've been asking myself, how have you kept fit until now? Because we've been listening to you years and years. And number two, what has kept you relevant until now? Because so many artists have come and gone. What has kept you relevant?
Good question, Fire. I love your questions. What has kept me fit? Well, honestly, I work out. And I love my bicycle. And working out, I don't necessarily have to check in at some up class gym. I have some man going up gym and get some knee muscles and come out. That doesn't necessarily mean. It means like really doing some like swimming or